Hello everyone, Rogue Fox here, and welcome to episode 17 of Endergate. And I hope you all are doing good. I know I am. I just got back from the gym, and I just had lunch, and oh man, does it feel so good to go back to the gym. I think it's been about since the beginning of November since I've been in, and yeah, I'm a little rusty with the weights, but just the energy you get after a good workout, oh man, it is so great. So that was fun, and like I said, I just had lunch. I had myself a Thai chicken and rice bowl. So currently my mouth is on fire, but oh man, was it so good. So today we are going to get ourselves some gatos. So we're going to get some cats and what is this? Is this some sort of acacia paradise or savanna paradise? I've never seen this biome before. So this is coarse dirt right here, and then we have the acacia trees, and I have seen extreme hills, I guess, type savanna biomes, and look at that up there. Too bad there are no goats. I guess that's the closest thing we'll get to a goat being on the side of a mountain. But there is a sheep just hanging out up there. So we can see here is a regular savanna, and then we get into this hilly area, and it gets really vibrant. And I've never seen acacia trees this green before. So that is really interesting. Does anyone know what kind of biome this is? Oh man, look at that. I'm getting so sidetracked right now. As I mentioned earlier, after being sidetracked, I am here for some cats, and I do see one right there. So for those of you who don't know yet, with the Paws and Claws update, I believe it's called, with the pandas and cats, cats will now spawn in villages. So I do have 3 villages near the Endergate build site, but unfortunately those are already generated in, so no cats would spawn there. But we can see we have a cat right here, and come here, little guy. Do they still work like ocelots? I would assume so. So it's going to creep up. And I do have a decent amount. Moved. So what I'm trying to do is I want to populate the village a little bit. So the city, of course, I do want to get villagers in there, but I thought it'd be cool to have some cats as well. Can I not? How do I tame these guys? I got the first cat tamed. It does work the same way. But I guess since the grass was in the way, it wasn't allowing me to tame it. So we have that cat, and hopefully there are a few more over here. And like I said, I do want to populate the city, and especially being Egyptian-based and themed, on top of it being themed off of Stargate, cats do play a big part in that culture, at least back then. I don't know if it still does. So I thought it'd be sweet to get some cats, and I hear a little baby kitten somewhere. I'm trying to find me a jelly. That is one thing. I was trying to spawn in the cats when the update came out, just to see all the different variants, and I wasn't able to spawn a jelly. So I really want, that'd be really cool to spawn a jelly. And then there is also a brown cat, which looks like my cat, and I'm hoping that it's around here. Excuse me, Mr. Villager. Excuse me. Have you seen any cats? Have you seen any cats? Don't look at me like that. Have you seen any cats? It's just a simple question. Harm to you too, buddy. Oh, there's a baby kitten down there. And I thought I just saw zombie villagers go by too. I'm not worried about them. What are you? Are you a librarian? Cartographer? So, oh, more cats. And a drowned. Yeah, go the other way. Alright. You know you want the fish. You want the fish. I hear more growling. Oh, okay, I see them right there. But let's see, you don't have anywhere to run, so tame. Aha! We got that one, and where did that... Okay, let's have you stand up. We need you to follow. Oops. Stand? And where did that white one go? I'm not too sure what's going on with the ocelots, but I did get hearts to come from this one, so technically I did tame it. But you can see there's no option for me to do anything with it, so I don't know if that's just something that's broken, or if ocelots are supposed to turn into cats. But you can see I have 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's a good start. Now all I need to do is get them safely through the nether. Okay, did everyone safely make it through? Yep, 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. So now I begin my long journey down this pathway and back to the build site. So we made it back safely, all 4 cats, but you can tell I only have one with me, and it has just made itself at home on top of the bed. Now, You may be wondering, where are the other cats? Well, I just checked, and you know how I placed some chests down over on the dock? Yeah, there they are. So I don't know how am I gonna get them down? Look at that, they just made themselves at home on top of the chests. Man, okay. So you get up, and you get up, and hopefully they follow me across the water, or at least teleport to me, or I'm gonna have to think of some creative way to bring them over. Okay, so I don't know if I have any chests. Oh, I do have a chest over here, and I'm sure they'll be glad to hop on top of it if they can get up there, because this is the only chest. So I'm curious to see. Well, I guess I can hop on the inner chest, and let's go ahead. Let's see what they're gonna do. Hmm. Oh, there you go. Okay. Oh. Oh, you all want to get on the bed. Well then. Okay. Now that our cat hunting adventure is done for the day, I can always breed some more, but I really wish I had some variants in colors, but that will do because we can always breed them and then spread them throughout the city. So, this is what I was working on last episode, and if you remember, I got the sizing off on this, so what I decided to do, so I ended up making it an odd number, so 1, 2, I think 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Now, if I were to add a staircase on the side like I wanted to do, it would make it an even number again. So what I'm thinking is maybe I can do a staircase on the back side, back here. And if you remember, I had ideas for some sort of green area, some sort of garden. And then I threw that little canopy overhang thingy up there. I don't remember. I think I had that problem the last time I was trying to explain that. But that's up there. And I did finish the insides as well, like I said, so let's go ahead and take a look. Did I even eat that? I wasn't paying attention. Okay, so the interior is done. That is nice and decorated. And then if we take a look at our two-story building over here, which filled in the area quite nicely, if I do say so myself, this is all done also. So there's our interior, and then if we come up to the top, we have our staircase right here that we built in with our little patio. And this is done, so we have a nice little 5x5 room. And then we have our patio that overlooks the river. And again, this palm tree doesn't get in the way of the scenery, so we have a great view of the river and everything like that. Great view of our cats down below. So everything came out good. Now, I was also mentioning adding in some greenery. So I think for today, that is what we're going to do. I'm a little bit short on time, and we did spend a good amount of time already hunting our cats down, but that was very much needed. So what I'm thinking is we're just going to go ahead and terraform this a little bit. So this is what I've been going with. So as we get into the city, it gets a little bit more sandy. So we have a little bit more sandy patches here. We do have some greenery still, but you can see it is patchy because we are further away from the water. So we're just going to continue that design going along here. And then, of course, as we get closer to the river on this side, we'll make it a lot more greener. The first thing I want to do before I do any sort of block placing with grass and coarse dirt like that is to give it a little bit of decoration, kind of like we did right here where we had this big open spot and it looked a little awkward, so we had to fill it in with something. So as I'm walking along, I think right here would be a good spot for something because we do have a little bit of extra space. So what I'm thinking we can do is we're going to do a couple of barrels. So I think I did that right against the wall over here. So it wouldn't be too bad having some barrels over here, just kind of spread out. So I'm thinking, let's put a barrel, let's see here. We can probably do one, let's say right here. Let's try that out. Then we just get ourselves some spruce trapdoors. And I mentioned this before when building the dock, but just the addition of the different types of trapdoors has made building a lot more easy. So back then, I guess you would have to use more of your imagination with creating a barrel, but this clearly looks like a barrel with this spruce trapdoor. So we got a barrel right there, and I think we can throw another one. Let's say we want to space it out a bit. Let's go ahead and throw it right there. I do have enough to finish this one off. So let's do that. Oops. Boom. All right. So, and then I take a step back, And yeah, that just looks a little more full right there. And then what I can do is start adding in some greenery. So, well, not just greenery. Of course, we do have coarse dirt. So I'm going to go ahead and try a little bit of that. Just so it, whoops, not like that. Just so it looks like, I can't speak. So it looks like it's worn out a little bit. So people are walking around in this area and the ground is flattened out a little bit. So then we can probably do something like that. Maybe like that. And that is coming in. Maybe I'll do a couple more back here. And when I'm doing this, is just kind of eyeballing, and I've said this a bunch of times, eyeballing and looking at what I think looks good. So then we take a step back, and maybe we can do, let's say, maybe a coarse dirt right there, just to break up the color. So we do have a patch of sand, as you see right there, and I've been using bamboo. I think this was the last episode or the episode before. I've been using bamboo with a piece of string on top to keep it there, and it has been a couple weeks, so I can confirm that if you place string above the bamboo like this, it stays still. Now, the reason why I'm doing that is because we can't place grass on sand, but thankfully we can place bamboo on sand. Moving down the road, quite literally, moving down the road, we have a bunch of sandstone that I just dug up, and that was left behind from the mounds of sand that were here. So this was just a layer of sandstone, so about 53 blocks, as you can see right here. I did cover up a bunch of holes I didn't make. So that actually works out, because what we can do now is start placing in our grass. So like I said, this is going to be right next to the river. So what I'm going to do is make this area a lot more greener. And what I'm thinking is we still want to break this up, kind of like I did down the bank over there, or down the river, downstream, however you like to look at it. And do I even have regular dirt in here? Yes, okay. And we will keep the sword on hand because I did hear some drown nearby. So we'll just go ahead and do that. We'll make this green. And I know I've said this before, we're not going to see this area too much unless you're just going around looking for detail. And speaking of, I know I said I wanted to get a world download out there, and I really meant that. So what I'm going to try to do for the new year is try to get this world in its current form after today's episode onto MCPEDL. Did I say that right? MCPEDL. Sounds right. So that is the plan, and we can go ahead and throw some coarse dirt right here just to break it up a bit. I don't want to spend too much time in one take doing a bunch of building. So what I'm going to do is do a little bit more building off camera, and then I'll catch up with you. Alright everybody, welcome back. So this is a little bit more full now, and I added a little flower pot right here just to give it a little bit more texture and to bring the color of this down here. So that kind of works out. Again, not really good with my art terms, but it looks good. So we're going to come over here, and I was talking about imagination earlier. We are going to have to use our imagination for this one because what I envisioned was some sort of weaving station, and I really hope we can get the loom soon, the grindstone, because I was thinking about it, and man, those blocks would have been perfect for this area. I could just imagine placing in a loom right here, and what I wanted to do, you can see I put in another barrel. I needed to fill this area in, and this goes right up to our staircase. We got a little pathway right here. So what I'm thinking is right outside this house is where people do a little bit of weaving. So we're going to place wool right there and brown carpet right there. So it looks like someone would come down here, sit down, and then do their thing for the day. And I guess to give it a little bit more texture as well, and just a little bit of height right here, I'm going to throw down that. And I think that looks good. So unfortunately, I wasn't able to spend a lot of time today recording this episode because I would have liked to take a little bit more time to do that. We would have had a little bit more going on, and this looks like a good time to probably top these guys off. Did I say trop? I'm pretty sure I just said trop. I was going to say top and then chop at the same time. So, and that hasn't been working out for me this whole time. So I'm going to go ahead and stop trying to do that. I don't know why I feel like that would work any other time. So let's go ahead and do that. We're going to cut that one off. And I missed, didn't I? How did I do that? And I didn't look at the time, but I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be late for work now. I lost track of time, so I still gotta go drive in traffic. That's always fun. So unfortunately, I'm gonna have to cut off this episode right now. I'm not quite sure how much time we got in today. Like I said, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a little short. So again, I do apologize, and I do like I said, I want to try to get this map available by New Year or sometime around there for you guys to download, so you guys can have this world for yourselves. And I will try to do a little bit more decorating, or maybe I'll just try to get right into it and get it uploaded. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this episode. We got ourselves some cats. We got a little bit of decorating done, and there is a lot more that needs to be done. And with that being said, everyone, this is the end of our episode. I really hope you guys enjoyed. This has been Rogue Fox, and I'm out. I'll see you later.